it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new BH Cosmetic Lunar New Year palette, which this is the 2021 edit, and this is the year of the ox. Now, when I was on BH's website, it did say that this was in collaboration with an Asian influencer, but I cannot pronounce the name, so I don't even want to try to butcher it because I don't feel right about that. But on the inside of the palette, this is what she looks like. There are 21 shades, and this palette retails for $21. Now, it does say that the palette is vegan and extra clean and Leaping Bunny certified. So that means it is cruelty free, and it has a 24-month shelf life. Now, this palette I ordered off of Ulta's website because I saw it and I was like, ooh, those reds are speaking to me. But if you are not a pressed glitter fan, this might not be the palette for you because 5 out of the 21 shades are pressed glitters. So Firecrackers, Princess, Emperor, Dynasty, and Dragon are all pressed glitters. So we're gonna start off by swatching her, and then we'll go from there and do a look. But I wanted to do something really red. Okay, so the first shade is a pressed glitter. That's Firecracker. I actually really like that color. It's like an orange, but as you can see, it's like a multi-chrome glitter, so it does shift. Then we have Yellow Mountain. So, and didn't swatch the best, but you know, swatching and what they, okay, so that's better. Just build it up some. If it's a buildable formula, that's fine. Then we have Fortune, which is almost like a corally orange. There we go. Another pressed glitter, which is Princess. That is like a bronze glitter. I like that too. And then we have Empress, which is like a copper shimmer. See how pretty those are together? Okay, let's wipe off my fingers because this is going to be messy. Isn't that pretty? Okay, dry them off. Then we have Lantern. Okay, so I think that's more of a coral. I kind of, yeah, see that one pulls a little bit more corally than Fortune, but under these lights, Fortune, okay, so Fortune is more of like a light red. So it does pull more towards the pink side, but it is pretty close to Lantern. So now I'm gonna go for Emperor, which is a yellow gold. So the glitter, that's Emperor. Very, very pretty. Okay, then we have Yang. Oh, that's a white to gold duochrome. Money, which is like a neon-y green, yellow green kind of color. Warriors, which is like a terracotta color. Mandarin, which is, oh, look at that red. That is beautiful. So Yang, Mandarin, or Money, Warriors, and Mandarin. I love that red. Love that red. That red is like stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to swatch down the arm now because I ran out of room on my hand. So then we've got Mooncake. So that is like a light copper kind of color. Red Panda, that's pretty. Dynasty, which is a red glitter. Look at that glitter. If you like glitters like I do, you're like, ooh, that's pretty. And Lotus Flower, which is just a good basic shade. So let's see if we can do this. So we've got Mooncake, Mandarin, or no, that's not. That is Mooncake, Red Panda, Dynasty, Lotus Flower. Let's wipe off my fingers again. See all the glitter? Okay, then we've got Gate of China, Temple of Heaven. That's like a really pretty taupey shade. Great Wall and Dragon. Oh, look at that dragon color. So we've got Gate of China, Temple to Heaven, Great Wall, Dragon. Okay. Now we've only got 2 more colors to use. And then we've got Jade. Look at that green metallic. That's so pretty. And then Yang, which is a true black. So Jade and Yang. So that is the color palette. Some shades don't show up too well, but once we get it on the eyes, that's the true test of it for me, to kind of see how it does then, because, you know, swatches never tell the whole story. And BH Cosmetics, I really enjoy their formula. I have been loving it lately. They have truly improved a lot of things about it. Because for a while, you know, some of it wasn't up to the caliber that I expect from eyeshadow, even affordable eyeshadow. But like, I still have the original Zodiac palette, which I think came out in 2017. And it's still one of my favorites from BH. I need to do a ranking BH palette since I have so many of them now. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, this is the BK Beauty 201. And I'm going to go into that shade Lotus Flower, which is kind of like just a transition and setting shade, to set our base, which I am using the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Like, I use that all the time. But I do want to create just a really pretty red look. Because let's face it, for the most part, if you're buying this palette, you're buying it for the reds, because that's like what caught my eye, was the red shades. So I'm gonna grab my color switch, because I used this brush yesterday. I'm covered in glitter now, so just so you know. I'm gonna take a BK Beauty 202 and I'm gonna go into the shade Fortune, which is that light red shade, and we're just gonna build that into the crease. So as you can see, it is a red, but it is pulling more pink as it's blended out. So it's not staying like true red. And you can see that the color is buildable. It's blending out nicely. Doesn't seem like I'm getting any weird patchiness. So that always makes me happy. I don't know if I told y'all where this was made. I don't know if it tells me where this was made. Yes, it was made in the PRC. So this was made in China. But yeah. Which doesn't bother me, because I am, you know, there's some really good makeup that comes out of China and some that's not so great. It kind of depends on which labs and factories you're using. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. See how easily that blended out? Like, I am loving, and I'm trying to bring it pretty far up, because I am going to be layering several of the reds. So just keep blending. But look, you can tell there's like no weird patchiness. Now excuse where it gets dark in that crease on my eyelid where they're hooded. That's how it always looks. And it is what it is. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Mandarin. Oh, look how pretty that looks. That is that really true red. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, come on pigment from BH. We love affordable, good quality makeup. And y'all know, the most things that I do is eyeshadows, like my thing. I mean, not to say that I don't test or try anything else. It's just really eyeshadow's my favorite thing. So that's typically where the bulk of my beauty budget goes. You know, I know some people aren't like that, but that's how it is for me. And I'm just taking and building and blending, but that looks really, really pretty. Like really, really pretty. And it's not getting caught in any of like the creasing on my eyes. Now, like in where the folds and stuff are, that's a different story. But like whenever I move my eyelids, because yes, I am no spring chicken anymore, I can get creasing in parts of my eyelids. If you're older, you'll understand what I mean, because I mean, I'm not old. I don't want it to sound like I'm old. I'm 37, but my eyes are not what they once were, you know? So I'm just taking and blending out the edges of that. I'm really liking how this is looking so far though. May want to do something completely red and monochromatic. So I'm going to take, this is a BK Beauty 205. It's like an angled, fluffier brush, and I'm going into the shade Red Panda, which is this one right here, which is like that more maroon oxblood color. Oh, look how much that deepened that up. Which I enjoy these types of shades. This kind of color is like one of my favorite for lip colors too, if I'm doing a neutral look, which doesn't always happen. It happens sometimes. But yes, Chinese New Year interests me because it seems like such a fun celebration. Like I want to go to see the parades and stuff like that at some point in my life, because the artistry behind it is amazing. But you see how pretty that looks? I mean, y'all, that looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so now we're going to use some glitter glue, and I'm going to use the shade Dynasty, that red pressed glitter right here, because yeah, I kind of have to. I mean, I don't know how y'all are, but yeah, if there's a glitter like that, and that one's just catching my eye. So we're gonna take and use the Too Faced glitter glue, and I do a little dollop. Do a dollop, do a dollop of Daisy. Yeah. As I've said before, I'm a pop culture junkie, so like theme songs and like commercial jingles stick in my head, which I know that's kind of what they're supposed to do. I mean, that's what they're written for. So now I've applied my glitter glue, so I'm going to take and just dip in to that color, that glitter, and just kind of pat over the glitter glue. Now, typically glitters are not considered eye safe, just for your information, but I don't mind. I know some people do, because it can be, like if you get scratches on your cornea, it can be terrible. But, so if you're using glitter, use at your own risk. Look how pretty this look looks though. Looks. I do that. Do y'all do that where it's like double the words? I mean, it's correct English what I said, but this is so pretty. So pretty. I'm kind of in love. And I'm just continuing it back into that oxblood color. But look at that. Okay, I'm gonna take that 205 brush again and go back into Red Panda. There we go. Okay, I'm loving pretty much everything else, or not everything else, everything about this look. I'm digging. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face. We'll come back and do the lower lash lines, and we'll talk about my thoughts on this palette. I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm face palette. I love this bronzer in here. I mean, I'm sure you can tell the imprint is almost gone. So I mixed the two blushes over here, and then I used the highlight as well. So, and then on my lips, I used the Lunar Beauty, the lipstick in Zaya. I just wanted a warm kind of brown nude. Okay. So let's do the lower lash line. So I'm gonna grab, this is a BK Beauty 207, and I just have a black liner in my waterline. And I'm first going to go into Mandarin, which is that true red. And we're gonna run that under my lower lash line, kind of blending it in with the black that I already have there. And then I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm going to go into Red Panda, which is that deeper plum shade, almost maroon or burgundy, and just apply that on the outer portion of my eye. And then I'm going to take a clean brush, this is just a 202, and go along the outside, really making sure everything is soft and blended together. There we go. So that looks good to me. I'm gonna take, this is the Refer 03, which is just a tiny little pencil brush. I'm gonna go in to the shade Yang, which is the white gold shimmer. Wet it. And we're going to apply that just on the inner corner. See how much brighter that made it? Just that little bit. That's part of the reason why an inner corner, I think, is so important to a look. Like a nice bright inner corner. Just, it makes your eyes feel a little bit more alive and a little bit more open. And then I'm taking that same brush and applying just the slightest bit and kind of blending it out with my finger on my brow bone. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now let's apply some mascara to the lower lash line, because we all know I'm terrible at this. That didn't turn out too bad. And hey, we did it today without getting it everywhere. Who would know that was even possible? And I didn't get them too clumpy. But this is the finished look. Isn't it beautiful? So I am wearing the Eylure Accent number 5s, which are my favorite false lash. But let's talk about this palette. Okay, so I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades out of this, 6 shades. Yeah, 6 shades out of the 21. Now that is not enough to really give a review, but I like the quality of what I have used. I think it's really pretty. I love the look that I was able to create. And for 21 bucks, it doesn't seem like it's a bad deal. It seems like it's that BH formula that I like. So if you're interested, I will link it in the description box. But other than that, don't forget to check me out on all my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. But we'll see y'all later. Bye.